xTool Studio, have you ever needed to put two objects on center? So, for example, like 10 inches apart on center. Well, I was working on a project recently and I was needing to do just that very thing. I had two holes that I'm cutting out in a jig and I needed to put them 10 inches on center. And I didn't really see any tools in xTool Studio to be able to do this task. I could set the distance between the two objects, but that's not exactly what I needed. I could select the two objects and change the overall width of them, but then that would skew the dimensions of the two individual shapes. So there's not a really good tool, but I found a way that you can do this, and I'll show you how in this video. Okay, so here's the project. I've got this rectangle that I'm going to use as the main part of the jig, and then I've got these little holes that I've got pitched to a 12-degree angle, and I want to space them 10 inches apart inside of this rectangle. And so I'll go ahead and place this. So you can see I'm using the snap lines to drop these in on center of the actual jig itself. And I'll do the other, and you can see now with these snap lines that they're lined up with each other, so that's great. It's exactly what I want. But the issue again is getting these 10 inches on center apart, so meaning the center of this object 10 inches away from the center of this object. So how do we do that? So I came up with just a simple solution of taking a rectangle, just a simple rectangle that is 10 inches wide. So from this side to this side is 10 inches. So what I'll do is I'll place it underneath my rectangle that I'm using for the jig, and I'm going to put it so that these two are lined up, the same distance. They're centered, horizontally centered. And then what I'll do is take these and slide it across, and you'll notice that the center line there, the red line, vertical red line, that's showing me that the edge of this rectangle at the bottom is lined up with the center of the shape that I have above it. And then I'll go do the same thing with this one over here. We'll move it over until I get that red line. And so now these two shapes are exactly 10 inches apart. And that's going to work perfect for the jig that I'm creating. So I hope this has helped out, and I think this is just a valuable little hack that you can use in xTool Studio, because there's a lot of really good tools in xTool Studio to help you align objects, but I just haven't found anything for this specific use case of finding the center, lining up things based off of the measurement from the center of two objects. So be sure to like and subscribe my channel so that way you can get other tips on xTool Studio, laser crafting, and just shop tips in general.